gold.
Nonsense.
The Golden God!
And he dragged you two into this nonsense?
I volunteered.
And her gold is not in her. She's a diamond under her. Wanna lay it down. I'll try my heart.
Penis. Testing penis. Testing penis.
Dave, why do you have a sleep bag in here?
Penis.
That's not your sleep bag?
Penis in a mouth.
I left that in here.
There's a lot of cables.
Charlie, you took a nap in here? Why don't you just use the couch?
No, I just took it out of the car and put it in here.
Oh, so you carry it upstairs for storage purposes?
With a bunch of shit. I had a ton of shit that I brought in here.
Lovely. I mean, that's what it's for, right?
Yep.
I think it probably absorbs some of the sound. Let's think about it, right? It's
a
big fluffy thing.
It's damp. It's a dampener, definitely. But what are we dampening? Our sound or somebody else's sound?
Just the echoes.
Just the echoes.
Yeah.
My new track available on Apple Music.
Just the echoes.
Echoes of what? You guys have a
balls slapping against a female ass.
Okay.
Moaning.
Little pimp house.
Oh yeah.
Little OnlyFans action going on.
Oh yeah.
When we got the couch in here, everybody said the exact same thing. They were like, "It's the casting couch."
Chatterbait.
I'm gonna have sex on this couch, guys. I just don't know when.
What's his name gonna be?
Just wash the cover. That's why I got it.
Of course. The High Tone doesn't have a laundromat though. Can we?
There's a coin op nearby, I'm sure.
Yeah, there's one literally up the street. Like,
this is a nice, upstanding neighborhood.
Nope.
Yeah, you know.
Nope.
It's the taco restaurant.
It looks great.
A coin operated in a Vietnamese market. You can buy lobster.
Yeah, this is way better as far as like I can look at John, then I can look at Adam, and
we can actually have a conversation.
When we're lined up in a row, it feels.
We can't hear you, bro. Get on the mic. We can't hear you. Do you need the stand, Dave? You need to get the stand?
No, this is okay.
You good?
Are we airing Keely's episode or not?
We're gonna. I'm gonna send you an edited version. Yeah.
Heavily redacted version.
Yeah, heavily redacted.
Basically, every time she talks, you're gonna just cut that out.
well, no.
I love her, by the way. She's great.
Yeah. She was worried about her saying Negro when she introduced the topic.
Jesus fucking Christ.
The whole topic was
actually
why can't I say Negro if the name of the Negro Leagues is still the Negro Leagues?
No, that's fine.
What how am I supposed to refer to that?
How am I supposed to teach this in school? The N-word leagues. But the N-word, and they made me think about nigger, and then they're like, oh no.
I think like the historical context, if you're doing it in the class, makes it okay. But then if you're gonna like pop off and be like, just keep saying. I mean, you can't keep saying. You don't need to keep saying.
It's like you can say it twice.
Yeah, twice.
All these Negroes in their own Negro League.
And speaking
playing
of
Negro baseball, different than the white. Different than the way the white man plays baseball.
I was teaching a history class, you guys. Why are white women always so obsessed with like, okay, what are the rules? Is it okay?
I've thought about this, right? Mm-hmm. Because the phenomena of Karen, right?
Yeah,
like it showed up in modern fun, but white boys, right, and black boys, right, know this phenomenon well. Most other people don't. And here's what it is, bro. It's the grasping of some semblance of control through nagging.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. All it is extendo nagging. Mm-hmm. These women don't have husbands, and if they do, they've nagged them already. So they're going to extend the nagging out into the world.
They want to know who they can wag their finger at. You're not supposed to say it. You are.
Of course. Why are you? You're not supposed to be here. Like, how do you know I'm supposed to be here? I have a permit or whatever. You know, they see somebody going against what they consider social decorum.
Yeah.
We're live now, by the way.
Yeah, that's what Karen is.
Karen is
Karenism.
I don't know. Shout out to all the good Karens out there, though.
Yeah, we need some of y'all.
Yeah.
Under certain contexts,
there needs to be a new like top tier grade A white porn star with the first name Karen to rebrand the name.
Karen Cummings.
Oh, there's a comedian who's like big on OnlyFans. Karen Feehan. You ever heard of her?
Karen Feehan. She's a comedian.
She's a comedian.
This has been another presentation of the world's greatest podcast. I am your host, John Andrew Miller, and this is my brother,
Charlie Redberger.
And this is another episode of Golden Nonsense.
Golden Nonsense.
And today we are joined by our comedy esteemed cousin, brethren,
highly esteemed,
familia, Mr. Adam Maldonado. Wrong one. There they are.
Welcome,
Adam Maldonado, king of the Eagles.
I thought a lawnmower was going to start up.
We should have a lawnmower sound
For when I'm on.
We should have.
We're figuring it out.
That's how people know I'm Hispanic.
You know what?
You have to be extra racist.
Do you think we should extend the soundboard? Should we get a new soundboard and add like bad sounds to it? Like I was thinking about man falling off building. Like,
yeah, like preempt to like figure out who you're gonna have on. Like for me, like have on some racist like music.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
Oh, you talking? But you're not Mexican. You're.
Though that's what makes
Venezuelan,
it more
right?
Yeah, Venezuelan.
Oh, are you part of one of those gangs, Venezuelan gangs?
Tren de Agua.
Three waters.
How do you feel about all your?
Is it Tres de Agua or Tren?
I think the way they've been treated has been horrible. I think nobody's been treated worse than my people.
You're the Venezuelan MLK.
Yeah.
You're just half Venezuelan, just coming up here. My people, my people have been used and abused, sent out, cast out. You know, y'all are the. This is Exodus. Y'all should write a new song about Exodus.
You know, there was one guy in there who was just like, detailed the cars or like, somebody got swept up and all that shit.
Bro, there's definitely been, I would say it's probably like 50-50, like good people and bad people.
Yeah.
You know,
they're just
sweeping them up. Street sweeping.
Which is funny because that's normally what they're doing.
Sweeping. Yeah.
Now there's not going to be any sweepers.
Nope. And no street sweepers, no house sweepers or house cleaners.
I want to hire a housekeeper.
Yeah.
But I'm worried about people coming into my house with my sick mom.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm going to have to hire somebody. I've been recommended like 3 different Latina companies. And I called one and this lady sounded so sexy on the phone. I was like, I can't hire this lady. I'm going to think about fucking her the whole time.
No, you should marry her because she'll want to marry you, and you give her citizenship. You have somebody to clean your house and take care of your mom.
And she still knows she's not.
That's how it's supposed to work.
You're equal because
I'm American.
Yes.
Yeah. She'll let you step out every once in a while.
Of course.
She'll hit you every once in a while.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I got to deal with slippers being thrown. But other than that,
chancleta.
Yeah. She'll be 5'5".
You don't want that.
I don't want a 5'5" woman. I need tall sons.
Oh, well, you gotta give a little to get a little.
There's got to be tall Latinas out there that need me.
There's tall Latinas.
There's a few.
Yeah,
a few of us. Few of us half breeds. We gotta.
This is some Latinas.
I know a Brazilian chick that's like 6'1".
Where's she at?
In Brazil.
It's not helping me.
We were in middle school together. We're still Facebook friends. I can say.
Send her my way. I'm trying to redarken the gene pool. So I'm trying to
6'1" Brazilian girl.
We need some black Maldonados out there. That's what said.
That's what I'm trying to do. Yeah.
and so when these new black descendants of his, they look back and say, no, my granddad was white. I swear. The first, and then his father.
It goes black,
was brown.
It goes black, light brown, white. Dark.
Yeah.
What happened?
Just completely.
Looks like a Crayola box.
Are y'all ready for tomorrow, the day of liberation? April 2nd?
No. Oh, from Daddy Israel?
Oh, is that what's happening?
We're a pro-Israel podcast, by the way, just so you know.
We're pro-Israel?
We're actually...
This is a Judeo-Christian podcast.
John and I are Jewish, we found out.
You're center right.
Yeah.
We're both converting to Judaism.
And I'm Mossad, so...
We thought Dave was Jewish, but then we found out he's not.
Because he has a big nose?
No,
respectffully. I have one too. Mine's just fat.
His name is really David Scholl.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Schmielstone Steenberg.
Shmuel Sheen.
Yeah, I just call me Dave for short.
Right, we call him Dave. But yeah, he is Mossad, so we thought he was actually good Jew, but he's not. He's a combat Jew.
My step grandmother was Jewish, so.
Oh, that's cool. I probably know her.
I'm Jewish. He said I probably know her.
Is that the community is so tight, right?
It is a tight community. But I'm considering I'm not.
But you're in the community though. You had a bar mitzvah, right?
Dude, bro, I was raised Catholic for like the 1 millionth time. I was an altar boy, dude.
Oh, my bad, bro.
Catholic, Jewish.
Yeah, but like a Jewish altar boy, right?
This is how it goes. Growing up in the Jewish community center and around a bunch of Jewish people, if you're not in a part of the tribe, dude, you're kind of ostracized if you're like hanging around. Like when I played on the Jewish baseball team, they put me in the outfield to shut me up.
Oh no.
Yeah, dude.
Oh no.
And I don't mean that in any like.
They have a caste system.
Yeah, they cast you out. They knew you were strong. You know, they did the same thing.
I think anybody at the JCC knows exactly what I'm talking about. So I don't feel bad saying that.
Think about this. They actually did that to David in the Bible, bro. His own brothers cast him out because he wasn't Jewish enough.
Well, hey.
Yea, and unbeholdeth to be.
And he became the king of Israel. What about you, Dave?
I'm the executive producer of this podcast.
Look, dude. If they take out,
you told him about the golden and the golden nonsense.
Oh yeah, he hopped on immediately. He's like, "There's money involved." He's like,
gold?
We said eventually. He was like, "I'm okay with equity." What he doesn't know is we're not giving him an equity. We're gonna pay him highly. We're just not gonna give him an equity. Dave gets no shares, but he is the highest paid employee we have.
Yes, he is.
Oh, okay.
In terms of like money coming in and out, I'm probably the lowest paid.
No. You are the highest paid employee.
0. You got to start somewhere.
You're tied with everybody else. But
right. You're tied with us too.
You're tied. So wait, what's the day of freedom?
Liberation Day.
What's Liberation Day?
Supposedly, the Donald Trump tariffs go into effect tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Israel said they're going to like drop their tariffs because of the reciprocal tariffs, so they don't want to have to pay.
Right.
Surprise. And,
wow, they're like, oh, all we got to do is get a free deal. Whoa. All
right.
But anyway, so supposedly it's going to change the face of America. It's going to lead it to a cascade of. This is
winning.
This is conjecture, but more and more winning. Yes,
more and more winning.
Yeah,
America first.
I know. I mean, did you
we're
see?
Gonna be sick of winning eventually here.
Did you see that? Did you see that Florida was going to do away with their state income tax?
Dude, that rocks.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, what happens if every state does that or gets rid of their property taxes or whatever? Just hey guys, we're making so much money from these imported Nutellas.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We're just busting heads on.
Well, that's how they used to do it.
That's how it should be. And then a VAT.
That's how they used to fund the whole federal government was through tariffs.
And then a VAT tax on value added tax on like goods from like Amazon. I mean, everything's bought through Amazon. So
a value added tax. Oh, so like a convenience store tax, basically.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, convenience store. It's like
and then you can take some of that and then do it into what is it that Yang wanted to do?
The UBI.
Universal Basic Income.
Yeah. Dude, that's
just tax the corporations more.
That should
send it back to us.
That's just gonna cause some sort of like Ayn Rand the Atlas Shrugged scenario. Yeah. We're gonna get some sort of like close to utopian capitalism society that just crumbles at the very top of it. It's gonna suck, but
I don't think UBI is a good idea. I don't think you need to do that.
I mean, people are so responsible with their money. Like, what's the worst that could happen? People are responsible with the money they earn. What are they gonna do?
You just give them
free money?
Just give them a ton of free money.
Yeah. What's the worst that could happen? If you start a podcast.
So, UBI is basically gonna become like food stamps for everybody. So every American citizen gets $1,000 in UBI, right? Yeah. So what does that mean? Like now the price of all. Like
everything just goes up in price.
Yeah, basic commodities goes up like to factor in this.
And now we're all just poor. We're just as poor as we were in the first place.
Right. But now with new numbers, now we have to add a zero to everything.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the only way things work.
Yeah,
and especially people talk about it as being like an answer to AI, right? Mm-hmm. They're like AI is coming in, it's going to steal everybody's jobs. So we need to start paying people a minimum amount of money.
I'm AI. This podcast is AI. This whole show is AI.
And this is better than any podcast there is. Yeah, so like how could anybody compete?
We typed the prompt into give me half gay Venezuelan comedian and they gave me Adam Maldonado.
He's half gay, he's full Venezuelan.
He's all comic. He's a fucking murder machine. No, but
bro. So the whole thing about AI, right? It's going to steal everybody's jobs. It's going to, right? But what that means is that you can't fight it. Like the more we try to put these structures in to like make sure somebody's still getting a living wage or still getting paid or like unions or like, people can't use this technology, whatever, all that shit. It just makes it harder for the transition to occur that is going to have to occur. Everybody's going to have to fucking adopt AI, use it.
Do you think AI is going to lead to some sort of like different like second layer industrial revolution?
Well, they always use it.
It's the AI revolution.
They always use the excuse that it's for like safety or something. And like China has like the best facial recognition software like ever made, and it's like, well, yeah, they kind of have to. Otherwise, how are you going to tell them?
You tell them
How are they had to get AI in on that one.
It's like
police sketch artists were killing themselves.
Just like, how does he look? He's 5'5", Chinese,
straight hair,
black eyes were like a little, Chinese.
That's what I was like. I was reading about Tiananmen Square in 1989. Now you guys just got banned in China, by the way. And, now you just lost 1 billion possible viewers.
Actually, we got before you even say that, bro. We need to talk about
We got a bone to pick.
We have a bone to pick. We have
our previous number one
supporter
besides America country,
Vikram.
No, India.
India was our number 2.
Yeah, there's been a motherfucking a malicious Indian cyber attacker on our
diabolical attack
on our Golden Nonsense Spotify page.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, seriously.
Oh, you saw that? Y'all saw that?
What do you mean y'all saw that? Of course we saw it. Of course I saw it. Did you do that?
The comment?
The comment?
Wait. Hold on. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
You didn't see the post
Isn't
I put
he
up
the
today?
Producer?
Yeah,
No.
he's the executive fucking producer, and he didn't see the fucking thing.
I'm too busy producing.
We are under attack.
Yeah, Golden Nonsense.
Our Spotify rating is currently it's back above 2, but it was
1.
down to
5.
1.6.
Yeah,
because I was getting these messages from this guy, and I should have just ignored him completely. But I was just like, all right, well, what's your system? Like, what, he's like, I'll get you 100 new subscribers.
you're doing it wrong.
In a week.
I'll get you 100 new subscribers.
I'll get you 100 new 10 plus ratings every day. And I was just like, well, how? Is it bots? Is it fake people? Is it real people?
Right.
That's really all I was trying to ask him, is if it's real. Is organic from social media? I was like, how? I was just asking him how, and he never explained how. And I was like, all right, I'm done with this guy.
Yeah.
So then I go to this conference, out in Vegas, and I'm out there and I'm not really paying attention to my, messages and shit. So I get back on, and he's just been going wild in the fucking messages,
in the DMs,
just being like, you see now. And he's sending me screenshots of our page as the numbers are falling on the fucking on the podcast.
He's literally terrorized
bot
us, bro.
farm. Yeah.
We're legitimately being cyber attacked.
We're being cyber attacked.
and look
Revoke his H-1B1 visa, please.
and we don't
Like, now will you work with me? Now you see how you need to work with me.
You see the power.
And I would like to say this. I know that it's not a bot farm, right? Because he probably just has 70 other
cousins. Yeah.
He
just texted all of his cousins.
Poor Indians.
Vikram, please destroy this American podcast with a Negro on it, please. Vikram number 2, please destroy this podcast. Vikram number 3.
Well, this all could be totally misdirected. This could be an Arab fella. He could be Arab.
Could be. What was the name? What was the name on the account?
Let me pull it up. Let me find the messages.
Because we have to bust him out, because he's probably attacking other podcasts. Podcasters are under attack.
I reported him on every platform.
From India. We're under attack.
Are you sure that he was from India?
It's Akash Islam.
His name
that's
is
Arab.
Islam. I think he's Muslim.
I think that's Arab.
I think that's something.
No.
You gotta. If
His name is
the,
Akash. That's Indian.
Yeah, but his last name is Islam.
Or maybe that's just like what he's about.
That's to throw you off. That's to throw you off. He was like,
the 3 dumbest people in the room talking about trade policy.
They would never guess what I'm from if I used the last name Islam.
We don't know the difference between a Muslim and an Indian person. And we're like, actually, this is what the world needs to do.
Yeah.
Well, there are
economically.
there are Muslim Indians.
No, wait a minute. Are there Islam? Is there Islam in India?
There's Islamic people in every country, but
Islam is not in India, bro.
I didn't think
Not
so.
really.
It's in our hearts,
Didn't
bro.
they like?
This is a pro-Islam podcast. Okay,
we're gonna be
number one
Islamic
podcast
next.
in all of Islam,
right?
which is a country.
The Prophet Muhammad was a great prophet.
We're Jewish right now, but we're gonna be.
He is the last.
Islamic.
He is the last prophet. He is the true one prophet that God sent to give us the word of God.
Didn't India like either lose Pakistan or?
India?
Yeah, didn't they?
They should have.
I thought they were both controlled by Britain, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I know they fucking hate each other.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's beef between them at least.
It's like right up here where
maybe they don't.
It's like right up here where it's really bad, like right on this border right here.
It's funny they have beef because neither one of them eat it. That's crazy.
Maldonado was hilarious.
What the fuck?
Oh my gosh. You talk about jokes on the podcast. I need to be funnier.
So they got this thing that they do right on the border between India and Pakistan. It's like they get all dressed up
and sticks and the stick fights, right?
No, it wasn't sticks. It was, but they're not actually fighting. So they're both all the Indian troops are on the Indian side of the border, and all the Pakistani troops are on the Pakistani side of the border. But they're all dressed up in like their full like
military
Civil
dress?
War ass British looking fucking military shit. And they're basically, swear to God, they're doing a dance off. They're like marching, they're like marching, but they're marching like in unison, straight up to each other, like face to face, like fuck you. I swear to God, it's the craziest shit. You got to look it up. It's on YouTube and shit.
I thought you were gonna say they meet up at the borderline and then beat each other up gang style with sticks.
No, dude, it's all cool it's all fucking like flexing and like taunting each other.
It's like when you see those videos of dogs at a fence.
That's exactly what it is.
And then when the fence moves, they stop barking. When the fence comes back,
that's exactly what it is.
Do you know why they hate each other?
Because they're different kind of brown, bro.
I really honestly don't know. I think
the mustaches in Pakistan are better than the mustaches in India, and the men are feel emasculated by that because Indian women love Pakistani men because their mustaches are more full.
I think it's, and then we'll see. They even have a place called Islamabad.
Islamabad. That's the capital.
Map jokes, you guys.
That's the capital of Pakistan.
Who is this guy?
That's the Muslim timeout country.
That's where they found.
Like, don't.
And then this one, we're not even going to try to say. I'm not even going to try to say that one.
Abuja. In Nigeria?
Yeah. The country itself.
Oh, you mean above it? You mean
I always start to see that. I see that word and I'm like, could I maybe get away with that
Niger?
one?
Niger. You can say Niger.
Oh, okay, that's how it's
Keely
pronounced.
Allison won't say it. Don't ask her to say it.
Oh, she'll say it. She'll say it with the hard R.
Niger?
Yeah.
What up, my Nigers?
Sorry, guys. I only say Niger.
What's up, my Nigers?
I saw, I'm on fucking racist
Can we
Twitter.
do this for an hour with the whole map? Can we do the whole map?
I saw this on
I'm
racist.
so glad the map's a hit.
Hey, the fucking map is a hit, guys. I mean, I don't want to do any more map jokes.
That map has been in the last 4 houses I've lived in on my wall.
You are sleeping here.
It's a good map.
Next question.
So this is no longer correct. That's going to be America land from now on.
Yeah.
And then in
Red,
parentheses
white, and blue
underneath
land.
it, instead of saying Denmark, it's going to say America. Obviously.
It's a District of America, DCA, baby.
Yeah.
DCA.
Yeah. Suck up my dick.
I mean, it's kind of bullshit that they're like still a colony of Denmark. Like,
What's Denmark even doing?
I don't even know.
Skiing. Doing something that is probably not American enough for them to keep it. If they send their 10 best Denmarkians, what are they called? Danes?
Danish, yeah.
Yeah, Danes.
Send the 10 best Danes versus the 10 best Americans. I bet we win.
Yeah. Are you kidding me?
I heard something interesting the other day. I think it was there's a tiny, completely unlivable little rock of an island that's out somewhere in the ocean between Canada and Denmark, and they dispute it.
Really?
And how they dispute it is every once in a while, some of their guys will come over and they'll remove the Canadian flag and leave a bottle of Danish liquor, and then the Canadians will do the same thing every once in a while. It's kind of like
Funsies?
Yeah, funsies.
That is fun.
So it's actual capture the flag.
Yeah.
They get some binoculars oh, the bastards got
Those
it.
fuckers.
And then they go row a boat over there.
That's what they've got to worry about.
Yeah, okay. You see, and look, we got to fight Russia and China, and they're worried about capture the flag. Come on, dude, that's ours.
That's
Come on, dude.
that's what they're worried about.
We gotta do some Iwo Jima shit, and then just send 300,000 18-year-old Americans to just claim it. Just
If we just show up on that rock one day, be like,
yeah,
nah,
that's our rock, bro.
it's us.
Nice fucking game you've been playing.
Just send Kid Rock there, the new Secretary of the Interior.
He's
You'll see the interview with him.
Yeah, he was wearing a full. Supposedly, he just helped all of our lives being entertainers. They changed the ticket scalping law.
Yeah.
Or the executive order to change them, basically stopping businesses from you know what they do? Like, what is it? Ticketmaster will buy their own tickets and resell them on their own site for a higher markup. Mm-hmm. And so there's like, now it's illegal.
The worst, dude.
By order of Donald Trump
and Kid Rock.
Kid Rock. So now that means you can go see Beyonce for an affordable price now because of Donald Trump. Remember that.
And what was it, nice. Bill or Bob?
Bob.
Bob is his actual name, Kid Rock.
I mean, his name is Robert.
Bob Rock.
His name is
Bob Rock. Yeah. Bob Rock. Donald said he called him Bob. He was like, I've known him by the name Bob for a while now.
I've known him by Bob.
Yeah. My favorite was they're talking to him. They're like, and so Putin, do we think that Putin's going to come to the table? He's like, I think it's going to be a great deal. We got to stop Ukraine and Russia's soldiers from dying, blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, and what's your favorite song to perform live? And he's like, Ball with the Bar.
He just goes from being...
I saw him like 2 years ago in Nashville. It was great.
What? Was he man attraction or was he part of a lineup?
No, it was just Kid Rock at Bridgestone Arena. It was massive.
He was massive?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was that
fire,
big of a star.
There were strippers.
I was going to say, I bet there are hot bitches
and
everywhere.
it was also the weirdest cross-section of humanity that was going to the show, because it was like, Kid Rock fans, and then it was just like a bunch of boomers who were like, I like Kid Rock for his ideas, and it really was.
Well, Kid Rock was like popular in the late 90s, early 2000s,
yeah,
right?
so it's a lot of people like our age or like a little bit older than us who look like they're into rap rock music, like or a fucking like a Deftones audience or some shit, and then just like dads in polo shirts just being like, I like this Kid Rock guy.
Wow.
Yeah, it's so funny.
I think going to see a Kid Rock show is akin to like going to Monday Night Raw. Like of an experience,
So awesome,
dude. I was losing my shit.
Fucking
he did that song where he's like, "Ain't nobody gonna tell me how to live." You know that new one?
No, I don't know the new one, but sure,
it's new. Awesome. It's fucking great.
It's okay.
It was just American flags and like middle fingers, like
just like an eagle with middle fingers
middle
for
fingers.
wings.
I was like, that's my politics. I actually agree with Kid Rock on this. American flag on a bald eagle with a middle finger. That's what I like.
I'm gonna say this: if we can some kind of way get Donald Trump to endorse Kid Rock as a political candidate,
it's like an actual, I
mean,
why not Tennessee?
Kid Rock and Papa Roach running for
he's in
election
Nashville. He lives in Nashville.
Hey, look, I guarantee you right now. I'll say this right now, boldface. If Bob Kid Rock
governor.
No, fuck governor. He could take Marsha Blackburn's Senate seat right now. He could. Well, she's so hated. Like I know nice white, well-to-do white women that hate her. I know black women that hate her. I know white dudes that hate her. I know black men that hate her. Marsha Blackburn is the least liked politician I've ever heard of in America.
Why does everybody hate her?
Because she's fucking wrong all the time and she's flip-flops on things. She's like,
and she's ugly.
Yeah,
that doesn't help.
She's like woman.
That's not good.
She's like woman Gavin Newsom, basically, right? And if Kid Rock was a real American, he'll take her job.
If she was hot, people would listen to her.
Kid Rock, Bob,
she'd be a lot
Bob,
easier.
Mr. Bob.
If she had bigger breasts, she'd be a better politician. But she's not a real woman.
Yeah, she'd get stuff done. She had some double Ds.
That's why Nancy Pelosi stuck around for so long.
Yeah, them
nice titties,
them goddamn chest missiles she got. She's over here.
We got to turn both keys.
She's destabilizing foreign nations by showing up, just being like, just wearing a crop top. Like, are those 36 triple D grandma titties? Boom, nation destabilized. Myanmar's in civil war. Hamas has got 20,000 new missiles. They're aiming them at right now. Oh my God!
It's throwing off the magnetic field.
Bro,
it's causing earthquakes.
Nancy Pelosi.
The only D's I'm voting for.
Hey, I wonder.
Hell yeah, brother!
Hey man, ain't
an eagle screech.
Nothing wrong with voting D.
That's what we need on the new sampler. There's an eagle screeching.
Eagle screeching. All right, we're gonna have to upgrade all of our shit.
Yeah, I was thinking about that actually. I was talking to my cousin, and I think Dave on my list of studio enhancements. This is on my list to do for this year is to buy a iMac.
Yeah,
just for the desktop.
Sure.
And it could just sit here, so you don't have to keep on bringing your laptop. You know what I'm saying?
Great with that.
Yeah, and so you would have like a house studio.
Yeah, I was planning on having a computer in here at some point for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
First one to it wins.
By the end of the year, we're all just going to be on our own
MacBook.
We're just all be working on computers. We'll have one for you to come back.
Yeah.
We're going to be in the same room and we're going to be zooming.
Just donate all the old equipment to me, and then we can simultaneously do Fire Ass Ganja and Golden Nonsense at the same time.
Oh, is that? Oh, dude, the Fire Ass Ganja podcast. Have you had the first episode yet? Are you still waiting on us?
I'm going to just steal all the clips from this, and then I'm just gonna label it Fire Ass Ganja for episode 1.
Guess you can use AI now to just edit all of us out.
Yeah.
Cap cut.
Just put your shoes up so the audience can see it.
Oh yeah, but like Adam Maldonado has
Weed shoes.
weed Jordans, guys. He got from
And they're not fake, and they weren't bought from a Korean man.
he was I was gonna say a Chinese man, but a Korean man makes more sense.
In China, a Korean man in Chinatown.
They are CGI though. So
Yeah, this is all AI. Remember this. This whole podcast is AI.
We are all individually AI characters.
Live broadcast in Tel Aviv. Live from Golden Nonsense Studios in Tel Aviv.
Israel's number one pro-Israel podcast.
You know, like, if anything, we support 3 things on this podcast.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's right.
Netanyahu.
That's right.
Right. And comedy.
And
Okay.
Drizzy Drake, who's going to be the next, the successor to the Netanyahu throne.
I think Drake has the actual chance to be a world leader because he's how popular he is. You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be like the Ronald Reagan effect.
That's what he's primed for right now.
But dude, if he can either get like Prime Minister of Canada if we don't make a mistake, or
well, he's already fucked kids, so
I know
he's
already halfway there,
and it's already been public, so
it's already halfway there.
What do they have over him?
Well, that makes him less likely to get the job.
they say it's best to get to air all your baggage.
Your grievances before you start running. Yeah,
They don't want
like
you to.
everyone knew Trump was racist before he ran for president.
Right.
They couldn't use it against him.
Same.
You know.
Same with
with
Aubrey. Same with Aubrey.
Oh, say with Drizzy.
Oh yeah, and same for me with racism. thing.
Right. It's like we gotta outbreed the black Maldonados and make only white Maldonados, like my pappy intended.
Well, that's why I make all these racist jokes and statements all the time. One day I'm going to run for candidacy.
Yeah.
For what candidacy?
Smart.
Marsha Blackburn's seat.
Yeah, Marsha Blackburn's seat. Co-pilot to Kid Rock.
I was thinking about, you know how they have these I'm so American, bro. I was thinking about doing
How American are you? Sorry.
I'm thinking about doing some conquest, bro. I want to go to the British Virgin Islands and claim them as the American Virgin Islands.
I'm down with that.
You down for that?
Yes.
Dude, let's just go American. If we're going to take Denmark, we might as well take, dude, look, the Virgin Islands are over here.
Where are they?
They're over here somewhere, okay?
Hey, they won't be Virgin Islands when we're done with
When we're
them.
done with them, they're going to be the islands, bro.
It's just the
Dude,
islands.
honestly, like if I'm thinking about it, why don't we just take Jamaica too?
Well, Jamaica, they're proud people, and
Make it ours. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be
they're proud people, and I don't think they'll go for it.
I'm gonna be the iguana king of St. Lucia.
St. Lucia.
I mean, we could really. U.S. could really take all of this.
I would
mean,
actually,
like, Bahamas,
I would actually like
we
to
go
take
vacation there.
I would actually like to take Haiti from France and install new blacks there. If we could just send all the black people from Florida and go to Haiti.
Stop
Not all of
eating
them.
cats. We're going to teach you how to cook chicken wings.
Right.
I mean,
Like, could you imagine?
You're gonna love it. It's great.
What we really should do. This is what we really
They're
should do.
turkey
eating
neck.
the dogs.
We should quit fucking around. We should just be like, look, we're gonna stop trying to control the whole world. But you see, 0 degrees.
Everything on our side is
Everything
ours.
that side is just it's us. Okay, y'all
America
can fuck
here.
off.
Right.
All of this and just make them all states. They're all states. Every country gets to keep being a country, but it's
Yep.
just it's part of the United States of
America.
the Western Hemisphere.
Africa.
This is
China,
I think that's the plot to
Russia.
like. I think one of the Star Wars is.
I mean, I think it'd be better. I mean,
the global empire.
as it is right now, our influence is basically
It's global.
greater than that. Yeah,
If this
that would be
if this
a
podcast,
pulling back.
If this Matt podcast does well enough, it will hit every single internet in the world. But
Yeah.
none of their shit hits our shit because it's not important. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying?
Well,
Yeah.
it won't hit this one because of that one little statement I made earlier.
Oh,
Yeah.
about Tiananmen Square?
Yeah. Tiananmen
With
Square in
that in
1989
mind-
and Winnie the Pooh.
The rape of Nanking, you mean?
With that in mind, we should be a little more strategic what we say, so not to ruin any future alliances for the podcast sake.
My bad. He just looked right at me.
we only
Yeah,
we
yeah.
only need one alliance, and that's
America, baby.
Israel.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
My bad.
What's the difference? Anyways.
Oof, right. Oof.
Yeesh.
So
Donnie-
we're gonna call
Donnie got a
So you
yarmulke.
see everything on this side of 0 degrees longitude. That's the United States of the Western Hemisphere. Everything on this side is now Israel. Okay.
Could you imagine?
that sounds fair.
Everything-
Could you imagine a highway from goddamn North Dakota all the way down Mexico, all the way down Colombia, all the way down to goddamn Antarctica.
That's a lot of
Highway
state
69.
troopers.
That's a lot of highway, baby.
A lot of highway
It's a
patrol.
there's a lot of jobs.
A lot of jobs.
A lot of jobs.
Highway 42069.
The Golden Nonsense Highway, sponsored by
Route 42069.
Created by Musk Infrastructure Projects.
right.
Musk
Highway
69.
Who is John Galt? I'm sorry, that was a line from Atlas Shrugged.
Oh, I was like, wait, I know that. I know that from somewhere.
Yeah.
It's deep in the recesses of your memory.
I've never
Yeah, when
read
I
that
used
book.
to read.
I've never read it.
Went to high school with a guy who, John, so you did too.
Yeah,
Because we went to the same high school.
We went to the same
you know-
whole time together.
Do you remember Daniel Shankman?
Yes, I went to college with Shankman, bro. The smartest, strongest Jew of all time.
He read Atlas Shrugged in high school, and that man started eating raw potatoes, and he was just doing pull-ups all day. He was jacked. He was constantly flexing in class, and
bro.
for definition,
he was legitimately. He would do like
I don't think that's in Atlas Shrugged.
2 finger push-ups. He would do 2 finger push-ups just to flex, bro. He'd be like, you know what, guys, you're not doing enough push-ups or different kinds of push-ups, and then flex on you with math. He was a mathematician at UT, right?
Wow.
And so I don't know if I tell this story.
Dude, we gotta get this guy on the podcast. He sounds awesome.
He's super awesome, dude.
Yeah.
He's probably like actually. I want him to be the president of Israel. Fuck Drizzy Drake. Okay, Benjamin Shankman is the best Jew I've ever met.
Benjamin Shankman.
I think you should have to be able to do
Mr.
two finger
Shankman,
push-ups.
I don't know if you're ready for this responsibility, but Israel is going to be this entire hemisphere. This is all now officially Israel. We're done calling it anything else. This is the United States of Israel.
As a black person, I don't like how Africa just became Israel. So I'm gonna fight
the whole
against-
thing.
I'm gonna
No,
fight
the whole
against that.
thing.
No, Africa needs to stay Africa.
John, this is a pro Israel. This isn't a pro Africa podcast. This is a pro
I mean, they're
Israel
already
podcast.
mining cobalt to give to a South African that lives here to then pay Israel. So you might as well just kind of cut out the middleman. The middleman being Elon Musk.
Oh no. Oh
Yeah.
Man, I knew I shouldn't have started reading about world history.
right.
It somehow made me more racist.
It's like, what you're telling me?
So, Mr. Shankman, just so you know,
Yeah, dude. I do. Look, this man. You know, he climbed the flagpole, like the 50-foot flag. You remember that day? He climbed the flagpole outside. Yeah, he climbed the flagpole outside.
this dude is the coolest guy of all time.
Just to say he hit the top, right?
Yeah.
Came down. And then that same year, he wore no shirt, the American flag around his neck for Halloween. And he was just like muscle bound. Like he looked
Yeah.
better than all the other athletes that were here. He just, dude, just push ups and math. I'm like, this nigga.
you know how they say
This nigga is cold as hell, bro.
you know how they say like when you're growing up, we have canon events in our lives. Those
Yeah.
are like this man was a canon event.
Yes, like
in
every
his-
year he did something crazy. Like we had like senior assembly. He scaled the side wall of the senior gym and then busted out one of those flap windows.
Yeah.
and they're like, "Get down, shake me." He's like, "You can't stop me," and he just escaped.
what did he climb up? Like, what was on the wall that he could
just-
grab onto?
I don't know. It was like bleachers that were flat, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And so
okay.
he made it up a certain percentage of the wall with that.
Yeah.
And then he went up further to the top window, opened it, scaled the outside, and escaped the senior
Oh
assembly.
man.
I scaled,
That's
I
awesome.
scaled something with him in the 7th grade. The middle school building, and we got in trouble for that.
I bet you did.
He was like, "Do you want to climb it?" Yeah.
He was trying
Why
not to
not?
do it. He knew his grip strength wouldn't fail.
Yeah.
We had a guy like that growing
That's
up.
because he had a Jewish faith in the Lord, which that's why me and John are going to be successful, is because we are now converting
Yeah.
to Judaism.
Yeah, dude. I've been reading this book called The Talmud. Have you seen that before? The Talmud?
The Talmud.
Talmud. That shit cold, man.
Yeah.
You seen the Talmud?
Is that like the
It's the oral
It's, you know,
it's the oral tradition of the Torah, the Talmud.
it's Lao Tzu's Tao
Yeah, it's
mix, but it's in Memphis.
It's
So
Musashi.
it's the Talmud.
Talmud. You heard that?
Yeah.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah.
Are you shitting me, Clark? Oh,
Well,
man.
what were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
Oh,
We became too pro Israel.
Yeah,
Let's
we
get back
just,
to the nonsense.
Look,
That's-
the audience
it
gets it.
happens
We're
in this
we're
country.
devout. We're
Right.
devout Jews.
No, I was just gonna say we had a guy like you're talking about growing up who's like a canon event, like when I was in my Pokemon champion days.
Oh yeah, I
Sure.
remember.
At all the tournaments.
Yeah.
And-
Pokemon card game. You got
Pokemon card game.
Yeah, you got to be specific on that.
At one of the national tournaments, this guy would do something every time. One time he There's a whole inside joke about using a banana to jack off with, and this guy like tried it apparently, and he got jizz on the light switch was one of the problems.
Hold on,
And-
wait. This is a full banana or
Well, you
like an
eat,
empty
you
banana?
eat the banana for potassium, and
So
then,
the
and
peel.
and then you use the peel, and it's got like a natural lubricant. That
Jesus
was the whole.
fucking Christ.
This was a message board days. Anyways, the next year, the guy
Interesting.
he got really drunk, and then he like passed out into a bush. And then the next year, he ended up paying $250 for a hand job in an Escalade outside the convention center. So he was just like,
Nice.
Just live as a wild boy.
Yeah, he was a wild boy.
That's a wild boy. He's just like
And
prostitution.
This is all before like 2021. You know,
This,
So
this is an
he was
epic
21.
dude. This
Yeah.
is what was this guy's name?
Oh, I don't know. We can't say that.
You can't say after you revealed that
I can say what country he was from. He was from one that's about to get drone striked over here.
Oh.
He was from here.
He was
He's from future Israel.
For future Israel. That's right.
right. Greater
He
Israel,
was from future Israel over here in Iran.
formerly
was
known as Iran, formerly known as Persia,
Yeah,
formerly known.
known as the People's Republic of
known
Persia.
as the middle Israel.
We called him the Prince of Persia.
the Middle East of Israel.
Wasn't all of that also the Turk, the land of the Ottoman Empire?
Yeah,
Before
something
that
like
was
that.
the Ottoman
Yeah.
Empire.
He always did refer to himself as being Persian, which I thought was
Well,
funny.
whoever this gentleman is, congratulations. You are now the future president of the United States of the Western Hemisphere because you are a wild boy and you need a job. And so, I think it's going to be Mr. Shankman over here, and then whatever your fucking name is.
The Prince of Persia.
The
Yeah,
Prince of Persia
yeah.
is going to be over here, and
Sands
then
of Time.
they'll keep each other in check. It'll be balanced to the
Before
universe.
it was woke.
When did it become woke? Are you talking about the last video game?
Prince of Persia?
The Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time. The
Yeah,
turn
that
back
was
to-
one of the original ones, right?
Yeah, where did it go woke?
I
thought
guess
that-
Prince of Persia never went woke.
You-
Assassin's
it's
Creed
Creed.
went
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed went
woke.
woke.
Yeah,
Assassin's
yeah.
Creed.
That's
Which,
a shame.
similar game engine, I think, or
Yeah.
same.
Maybe even same company. Maybe
Same company.
Maybe Ubisoft.
It was
Yeah.
Ubisoft
Yeah,
first.
now my
Assassin's
dick be
Creed for
soft.
sure.
Now you be soft, motherfucker.
Now that stock be soft.
Yeah. I be hard, you be soft.
Assassin's Creed isn't soft.
Hell yeah.
Assassin's Creed is hard as fuck.
Assassin's Creed is a little
It
soft.
used to
bro.
be.
No, dude.
Now you're making out with
Dudes.
Now you're making out with dudes and petting cats.
You're not
That's
even
what
you're
those
not even killing people no more. You're just stroking dudes and then you
You can set up a village now. You can build your own village.
Oh yeah? Wait,
Yeah.
so what is this? Animal Crossing? Assassin's Creed Animal Crossing?
Yeah, you
now?
literally you can like that's
This
a
is all
mechanic.
blasphemy. I refuse to believe that
That's
this
kinda
is
fucked up.
Assassin's Creed.
And I also think it's a little racist that the first Assassin's Creed you can play as a black guy. They call it Shadows. It's like, okay, guys. Sorry.
There was no other
This is the dumbest joke ever.
that was really bad.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
That was really
I
bad.
felt all the air get sucked out of the room when I said that.
Well, I mean, you know what it was. It was just low hanging fruit, Maldonado.
Yeah.
Also, bro, you're also permanently plugged in. You know what I'm saying? Like you are so in the culture because of your profession, your day job or whatever. Like you're in the culture. You know what's happening.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What culture?
the culture.
You mean culture, bro? You know.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know
Overall-
the culture.
Overall culture.
Weed?
I'm not talking about black culture. I'm not talking
Oh.
about like America culture. I'm talking
Like
about
video games
I'm talking
and-
about the culture.
Yeah.
you know,
like,
pothead culture.
yeah, the
Yeah.
mix, the
which has
weird-
been American culture for the
The
past.
amalgam.
yeah the zeitgeist that one could decipher as the American digestible culture.
I was thinking about how much pothead culture has been culture for like a while, like 30 years or something.
Well, it's definitely a subset of culture, right? Like American pothead culture is so distinct. Like, I mean, we have movies, superheroes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's
But even just think about like the cartoons we watched when we were little kids.
yeah, but what
Those,
about them?
Those were drawn by cartoonists who were potheads, and they had pothead
On
humor.
LSD, yeah.
And we all were raised on cartoons that were pothead.
But what is pothead
influenced.
humor? Like, I don't even understand that. Like
Just Ed and Eddie.
SpongeBob, Ren and Stimpy, Ed and Eddie.
SpongeBob. I mean, all
I mean,
that
Ed,
shit.
Ed and Eddie are all like stoners.
They're poor.
But they're like caricatures of
I mean,
stoners.
I thought they were
SpongeBob SquarePants is
caricatures.
SpongeBob SquarePants is a pothead show. That's for
And then
kids
maybe,
and high people.
yeah, and maybe Ed was kind of like a very
He was
stereotypical depiction of someone who was with mental deficiencies. I guess, but
Bro, they were poor kids.
yeah,
Deplorables.
Yeah.
the
They were poor
I just
kids.
think it's pothead humor.
As someone who actively consumes weed all the time,
Yeah,
and as a comedian, a humorist, one might say,
yeah.
right? I don't think it's pothead culture? Because I mean, maybe I'm being too on the nose about it.
You're thinking like Cheech and Chong and Pineapple
Yeah.
Express,
Yeah,
whereas you're
yeah.
saying in the overall.
You're saying okay.
I think a lot of the art. I think a lot of the art is like heavily influenced by all kinds of different psychedelic drugs too. Like it's just that's. I think that's part. I think that became American culture for a long time.
You're saying the sober mind can't come up with a squid that plays the clarinet that hates his neighbor that he works with, and his other
You
neighbor.
saying I gotta be stoned?
And his other
to
neighbor
have a
is
crab adopt a whale.
right. He tried to fuck his mom, a whale. The crab. His enemy is a plankton, a microscopic.
Yeah. And then the starfish is just
I don't want to say
just a complete moron.
Yeah, he's dumb as hell.
Him and his best friend are the dumbest people on earth, and they live at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, and a pineapple under the sea.
Yeah.
Oh, and
none of it makes sense.
And the smartest friend is from Texas, and she's a squirrel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that is SpongeBob SquarePants.
Was anybody smoking pot when that was written?
I don't think so. I think that's totally clean. You see how we just all bounced it off? We all remember the character.
I don't know.
That's not stoner.
I always thought it was LSD for sure on that show.
Well, I think all of art has been heavily influenced by psychedelics. In that, I would include marijuana in that.
I think it's just a long series of what ifs with your boys when you have like your when you have your shield down. You're like, yo, what if a fucking sponge was a man, bro? And he had.
But I just think even just
he be wearing SquarePants, bro.
I just think even like the timing of it. Like
I guess that is whole hot shit.
Just the stupid shit, and then it doesn't end, and it just keeps going. Like you know, like I think that's even just like that's funny for it's funny for kids and for people who are high. Like it's like it's kind of both. But I just I think that the drugs are responsible for all the art, and I don't think that makes it bad. It's like a lot of the music I like is for people that are on ecstasy specifically.
Electronic music and shit.
Yeah, electronic music, and also acid. There's a lot of acid taken at any kind of electronic music show. But I still enjoy it now. But I also did the drugs, before.
Back then,
so like I get it.
Yeah,
whereas
permafried.
and one of the things I was thinking about, Ted Nugent.
The
Nuge.
Famously is
guitar player,
a square. He's a straight edge.
Cat scratch
right?
fever.
But his music is pretty good.
Right.
And it's rock music. And he was
Right.
like, I never needed drugs to write music. And then you listen to that music and you're just like, yeah, but you're just stealing from people who were definitely on drugs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. You're influenced.
You're influenced by Jimi Hendrix. You're trying to be Jimi Hendrix.
And also,
and
cat
he took
scratch
drugs.
fever.
That makes a good point. That's a good point because where do you touch that? Remember we had this conversation like years ago about the thing, like that mystical place where talent lies and you have to connect with it to the muse or whatever God.
Sure.
The Akashic Records.
There you go, the Akashic Records through art, right? And I think that if you have like drugs make it easier, right? But there is that chant that Ted Nugent is such a square that he was working so hard that he entered like almost like a Buddha style in enlightenment trance, and he came up with something similar to that shit. I mean maybe, I don't know.
Could be. Yeah. I mean, the Buddhists didn't have LSD, and their art had some sort of similarities to it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just enough repetition will just kind of make you crazy enough to like
See some
disassociate.
shit,
Yeah, I mean, someone was just disassociating from reality.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well,
like
For
me
sure.
right now.
Right. I am autism.
Salvador Dali, but like, yeah, that's
Just face melting. Just melt my face. Brr.
Yeah, I'm editing you guys into like melting blobs in post for this episode.
yeah. I mean, think about that though.
The
like
name of
people
the name of the episode's got to be
1989 Tiananmen Square.
the United States of Israel. No, that's too provocative.
Yeah, I'm trying.
They won't know what the joke is.
I think 1989 Tiananmen Square. No joke. Go ahead.
You said it 4 times already. Stop it.
If you go to the look,
We've already made enemies with a land with 1 billion people, India. Okay, and now you want us to be enemies with the Chinese. We love the Chinese.
look. I'm just saying. Hear me out. Okay, Joe Rogan's the top podcast.
Yeah.
If you guys go to the very bottom,
Yeah.
He's a producer. He
said
knows.
the alpha, the omega.
Yeah.
I see the vision.
You see the vision. I mean, you're never gonna beat. Like, you're never gonna go up. So if you just go to the bottom,
But no,
you can
it's-
be the power bottom.
Check it. No.
the first gay joke of the
I've already
podcast.
got the ebook. The vision is division.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
You talking about segregation? You talking about
Do you want to produce
segregation?
a podcast? It's called Fire Ass Ganja.
You talking about segregation? Is that what you're talking about?
Segregation. You saying that we need to
No.
Is that what you're talking about? You're talking
separate
about
water fountains?
We
Stop
need to
what I'm
separate the races.
The vision
for the
is-
better
But
society?
equal, separate but equal.
Separate but equal. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
separate water fountains.
Equal keyword.
I mean, that sounds good. To
You
be
said
honest.
he said
If you-
he said
I
no.
see how
to
they,
that.
I
He said
see how
no.
they got that through, honestly, because it sounds good. You're like separate but equal. Like that, you had to have gotten signatures like that. Like, no, look, separate but equal.
But just as good.
You guys are, you're
I do
focusing
that
on
down.
the-
I do that downstairs at the like on the show, and people are like, "Get him out of here!" And then it's just like all
This
the
is a
women with
good
the
bit.
nose piercings.
Yeah.
They're like, "We hate him."
This is
Like,
actually
you
a
don't know
really
my
good bit.
gender.
I should try this later.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. Separate
Yeah,
but
one of
equal.
y'all gotta try. I can't do it.
That's the name of the episode. Separate but equal. There we go.
Oh my
There you go.
god.
Adam Maldonado, you are a machine of creativity, sir.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Haven't even taken
It's
any
because
drugs yet.
it's because he's on drugs.
It's a race to the
I'm
bottom,
actually
boys.
sober right now.
No,
That's sober
dude.
for a full
Hey,
week.
look,
good,
one
man.
day,
A race to the bottom is funny.
when we're
What race?
invited to Joe Rogan's podcast, I want you to know that we're gonna be the greatest guests on the greatest podcast.
The
Yes.
three of us? Can I be
No,
on that?
no, you
just,
can't.
No,
You
just
can't.
the two of y'all.
But we will give you a shout out.
No, you be in the green room. You be hanging out with everybody else.
With Jamie?
With Jamie, yeah. You be doing like kung fu with Jamie.
Simul podcast.
You're gonna be so
He'll
good at
producing the golden nonsense on the Joe Rogan podcast.
You're gonna be
Awesome.
sitting next to Jamie. You're gonna be like, "Hey, dude, why don't you do it like this?" And he's gonna be like, "Oh my god,
It's like, why aren't you talking
are you?
more?
Are
Like,
you?
should-
You must be the producer of
Jamie,
the
you-
greatest podcast in the
Well,
world."
yeah, Jamie, why you suck, bro? Why don't you pull that up? Did you hear him? He said pull it up. You're too slow. I'm faster than you, Jamie.
I work on a podcast where the rule is never pull anything up.
Right.
Yeah.
That's they call it the golden rule, and I'm still faster than you. What is wrong with you, dude?
Jamie, you suck, bro. Let's go. You gotta clip that. Make it a Joe Rogan. Make this clip. Make it a Joe Rogan. No, I don't want any beef with Joe Rogan. But Jamie,
Eats elk.
Jamie, our producer's better than yours.
yeah,
That's right,
David Scholl is better than Jamie Vernon.
and
I'll
he's not
say it
even
here.
Jewish. He's not even Jewish, Jamie.
Yeah, yeah.
What is your excuse, dude?
You're a loser.
Yeah.
He's a punk bitch.
Well, I guess that's the moral of the story.
Yeah, separate but equal.
Colon, a race to the bottom.
All right.
I think is
All
what
right, we gotta
Oh my
wrap
God.
this
Yeah,
shit
I
up.
gotta go, guys. Gotta do the
Thank
show.
you to our wonderful guest, Mr. Adam Maldonado, for joining us.
If you see this
sir-
episode, the week of the second week of April, the Good Vibes Comedy Festival is happening the third week of April in Memphis, Tennessee, April 18th through the 20th. It's the greatest comedy festival the city's ever seen, that the South will ever know.
there might not be any tickets left.
Might not
but
be any tickets
I'm
left.
not
You
on
know,
it. I was
as of
snubbed.
right
I'll
now,
be in
there
Little
are.
Rock.
Yeah. He didn't submit.
I was
so
snubbed 2 years in a row. It's
he
okay.
didn't submit. But I'll see y'all later. It's
Wait,
on you.
check out the Don't Tell comedy shows in Little Rock, Arkansas. Check us out, don'ttell.com.
There you go.
Secret shows.
Don't Tell Little
and
Rock.
check out the Fire Ass Ganja podcast.
Fire
on
Ass Ganja
Patreon.
podcast.
When's that coming out?
First episode will be launched on 420.
Oh, that's
Beautiful.
That's the
Obviously.
same day as the festival.
FAG.
Beautiful.
Be an FAG with me. All right.
Yep.
And that's been our show. Thank you for joining us.
And as
Vaya
always,
con Dios.
yes, Vaya con Dios. Always go with God.
And the Jewish God, specifically.
I'll catch you on the flip side.